acquainted as new roommates. And just imagine if I would have took this bitch to Miami. You know what I'm saying? And she already did some shit like this low down on the third day of me meeting her. She deserved to get all her organs and lungs stomped the fuck out right in that living room, flat the fuck out. But that lady, that old Caucasian lady, was agreeing with her like I was the devil and I'm accusing a Christian woman and all of this shit. Like, it was ridiculous. I called the police. First of all, the police waited. It was like the hottest day in July. The police, they took like 3 hours to get there. So I called my sister. Like, this girl did not come back outside because my sister like, we should fuck her up and leave. I'm like, yes, we after the police, we should, for real. We was out there just waiting and waiting. The tow truck got there, but the tow truck wound up coming the same time the police came. And once he told it, he was like, well, the lower arm bar on this car is cracked too. So she like must have ran over a curb or da 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 da. So I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even get my car back today. I'm just thinking it's all I'm at them putting a new tire on it. I can't even drive this bitch no more. So we take it to the Jerry Chevrolet. And I'm like, Maven does not compensate you with like, I mean, not compensate you, but like, they don't like accommodate you with like no type of rental, nothing. It's like your life just stops, your job, your day, your everything. And I don't care. It's like, even if Batman himself was like fighting a fucking villain in the air in a fucking rock or something, or a sign from a building got knocked off and fell on top of your Maven rental, and you told them this shit, like, they would fucking put the deductible fee on you, close your motherfucking account, and just say, hey, fuck you, you can never rent from us again, give us our $2,500. Are you kidding me? Like, I gave them a police report, everything. Like, all the odds was against me. The police going to say is unidentified suspect because I didn't say I saw her. Like, why the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? It's common sense. He gonna say, oh, and she probably siphoned gas, because you know the newer cars don't have like the little pop up button for the gas tank, like, or the key to getting the gas thing. Like, it's just a little pop up thing that you push in. But if the car's locked, you can't open that shit. You cannot open it. He gonna say somebody siphoned gas through it. And you think somebody really did that, drove my car somewhere, bought the car back and parked it, like they changed the car tire and brought it back? Don't you think the criminal had to get back home because they live here? Like, doesn't that make more sense? So, okay, I had canceled all my cards, all that shit right then and the day. Like, this girl went into my account, tried to take all the money in my savings account, put it in my checking, put the checking in my savings, and swipe that shit all out, all at once. I stopped it. I changed my cards, got my cards mailed to my mom's house. The next day, I get an email talking about the cards was being shipped back to that old address that I just left. Because I took all my shit and I left with the tow truck driver. And the lady was like, you're leaving? Oh my God. And then she sent me all these text message talking about I betrayed them, I turned their world upside down, all this, that, and the other. Like, this girl, and I just didn't want to be a part of that. Like, I don't know what kind of secret cult weird shit was going the fuck on in there for her to be off her rockers so hard. She don't know she living with the criminal, she living with the killer. Are you kidding me? Like, you on that much meds or whatever the fuck you experiencing, but you know what, you just lost one. So if she steal all your shit dry, don't call my phone. She wound up calling me later, talk about that weirdo with me and whatever the fuck she was saying. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Still trying to make it seem like criminals stole my car. So I didn't even want to talk to her no more. I'm like, whatever, wash my hands, and left her house. As soon as I got out of that house, I just took my stuff. I went to my mother's house temporarily for that day. And as I'm sitting there, this dude that I used to talk to, and I dated one time, went out with him one time, went to his house. He was a fucking weirdo, left his house running. He winds up texting me, and I had him on block because previous to that I had the boyfriend I was dating for 2 months. So I blocked all my dudes because I'm a loyal one. And then I took him off a block, like, you know, after I realized my dude ghosted me or whatever. So this dude texted me. He must have been just texting me or calling me like every day or every so often just to make sure he was off a block. And he was like, you good? You all right? And I told him what happened. So he was like, yeah, well, you can come stay with me to get on your feet. You can come Friday. Then he wound up texting me like, well, you can come tonight, but I got a friend and you just got to act like you my cousin. And da 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 da. And just, oh, and we gotta have sex like on Thursdays and Friday, and you just bring the weed, all right? I'm like, what the? You're about to fuck up your opportunity already. Cause don't think just cause I'm in a situation that I'm just gonna be like, okay, no. Like, and niggas so stupid that they don't even think to be like, oh, all right, I'm about to have a whole female coming to stay with me for a while. This is my chance to try to win her over. Instead, you will push somebody away unless she a real. This is when you see the class of woman. Like, I'm not about to sit up there and put up with certain things in a situation. So once I was like, you know what, I ain't forget it, cause I'm already like on the roll, on the run anyway. And I mean, this shit is it's like I'm traumatized to this now. Like, it's almost crazy. But I get out there, and he was like, you know what, you could just forget it. You could come. So he was like, you coming, you coming. He just probably wanted somebody to come anyway. So I'm like, all right, get over there, get settled. First it was okay, you know. I noticed. I mean, he was 39, but he got all the side of his hair is white, like it's gray, like. And then he acts old, like he watched black and white movies. This online shit called Coast to Coast. It's like an online podcast that talk about all this weird shit, witches, Charles Manson, like killing motherfuckers, kidnapping, murder shit. Like he just started getting weirder and weirder about a minute. Like, I mean, first he was telling me I got light and people see that in me and I gotta protect myself. Then it was like his ass just started turning dark. Like, every day he get up like, yeah, these bitches, they having babies, they can't take care of them, and what they got to offer any fucking body, and they ain't got shit to offer, and they be all up in here still trying to find men. The fuck wrong with these dirty bitches and this, like every day, like all day he as soon as he wake up, it's like you cut the button on, and there he goes like talking, and it got so thick that it would be waking me up out my sleep. And then not only that, when he started playing like the murder shit all night or the coast to coast all night, and I'm like, why is he doing this? Like he trying to brainwash me or something. And like I come in the house, he'll be like, yeah, I was messing with this girl one day. She tried to hit me. I don't know what made her try to slap me. I just started choking her, and every time she tried to get out of it, I was choking her tighter and tighter. I almost killed her. You know that, right? I mean, just stuff like that. Like, do you want to bring your kids over? We could watch Murder Mysteries or First 48, whatever he used to watch. Just little shit to the point where like he was hitting me in my sleep, and he was acting like he was asleep. Like, yo, the second time he did that shit, I jumped up. Like, you got one more time to hit me in my sleep. I'm telling you. You ain't gonna keep putting your hands on me. He was like, putting your hands on me, you can get out. And I fucking got out. I got out because I was already planning on getting out because previous to that, I was in the car talking to my sister about all the shit that was going on. And she had this dude in my back seat, and he heard me. He was like, damn, I don't even feel right with you going through this type of shit. I know somebody that's renting a place. And at first he said it was a whole house and it was like a good neighborhood. He was like, I'm gonna talk to him or whatever. So he put the word out. But meanwhile, so I'm coming home over at this room or whatever with Cruella de Vil and shit. And yo, this man was putting pennies in the toilet. Like when I go to pee, and then it'll always be my turn next. So I'm like, I start flushing them bitches first. Like, why are you putting pennies in the toilet? I don't even know to this day. Like, and I was on some spiritual shit, but I never was casting spells and shit. So I really don't know what putting penny in the toilet mean. But if you know what putting pennies in the toilet mean, drop that shit in the comments because I need to know what the fuck. But I just been prayed up ever since though. It's nice to know I don't need no spells or reversals or whatever because I done found God or whatever, and I've been prayed up. That's what it is. That's what it boiled down to. Cause I'm just like, why is all this stuff happening back to back to back? It's like that movie with Denzel Washington when he was touching, like people be touching each other walking down the street, and a demon just transferred in their bodies. Like that's when I realized that this is not like a physical thing. Like everybody just can't hate me. Like this shit is spiritual. Either somebody putting something out there on me. This shit came from my family bloodline or something. It's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And this is the only reason why I can be able to sit here right now and tell this story without crying my eyes out, breaking down and shit. Now, I'm not going to say that I was this steadfast the whole time. I wasn't. you know, I went through different stages, but to be here right now in this September from January, like I feel like I transformed inside, and the only reason why I did that is because I started to strengthen my spirit and learn the scriptures and learn the words, you know, to fight these demons with. Because these demons is real, and they really it'll start to intensify in your life. Nothing to never go right. So you gotta always be uplifted, because the minute you are down, you will be attacked even worse. You know what I'm saying? And things come in disguise. So you know, while I was over there, you know, I was trying so hard to get a car. Like, I realized just how bad my situation was. Like, I had bills backed up and tickets or whatever, where so I couldn't get shit in my name, nothing. And it was like just out of the grace, like one of these dudes that I kind of dated once again and like rejected. He fucking co-signed for me. You know what I'm saying? He co-signed in this car right now for me. My sister that was rocking with me all summer at the time, like, I see what you going through. My little baby sister, like, we got this close. Like, our kids got close. I got close with my nephews, all that. She got the insurance in her name, which I was able to put my name under hers. Like, my bills is high right now, and I'm still trying to make it get on my feet right now. I was asked to join the gang. I was asked to what else? Join the gang. I was given like offered drugs and shit. Like, I mean, coke, crack, dope type shit. And all of these things happened before I got the car. So I mean like a day before or a couple days before. So it's like if I would have went down any of those roads, I would have been living on my lower half right now. I would not be where I'm at today, still fighting these demons. I would be like having this demon attached. Wouldn't be good for my kids, not able to fight and survive another day. And trust me, these obstacles will come up for you. It may seem like a grand prize or something that's just going to help you get through whatever you're going through, but it's a test for real. And that's why I was like, damn, God do allow you to have tests, because he want to know how much faith you got. Like, it all came to me. Like, I never spoke like this. I never had faith that I thought. Like, I was turning to other things, you know what I'm saying? And now I see, like, he will let you hang just to see how much strength you have, how much faith you have. And even though I'm going through this, it's like I'm learning that now. I'm just experiencing. It's like I'm in the car riding, looking at the scenery, but I need to always be in control of this car. I can't be in control of other people. So I did get the car before I wound up leaving or whatever. Once he hit me that more, like elbowed me and shit in my sleep, and I got out of there. That day he elbowed me, and I was able to get into the new place, the new room, and I just thought like this was about to be it. So once I got in there, it was like I told my sister, I'm going to take my daughter, you know, because my sister was I mean, a blessing enough to help me out all through the summer. She had my daughter, you know, I would go over there and bring them food. You know, we worked together. We had this system. But I realized that I felt like she was shaky a couple of times, and I could feel the shakiness. I could see the shakiness, that she was like either not using me, but like she was playing two sides. Because like me and my other sister don't talk. And my mother told me she ain't like me. It was like everybody was turning their back. Everybody has turned their back on me at this point. My father act like he cared with my stepfather, but I feel like it was more just to figure out like when I was bringing him some free weed, for real, to be honest, to keep it on the up and up. I don't think that shit was because he gave a fuck. So it was like, damn, yo, I don't have nobody. I get to this house or whatever. My sister, I feel like she was mad because I didn't allow my daughter to go to school with her sons. When I told her, she was like, well, she don't got nothing to say about it. But yet, it was just like, where does all this talking about me behind my back go? Because when it came to me getting my daughter to take her school shopping, that's what my daughter told me. This was the most time me and my daughter was like alone this summer, because if I had my daughter, I had my nephews, because it was like we was flip-flopping with the kids. So she didn't tell me until we got alone, and just to hear that shit after really being with my sister all summer, hearing how much she was like agreeing with me, telling me how people was saying this, or how she realized people was really jealous and I wasn't like making shit up and all of this, it made me feel like she was the biggest snake of my life. It really was like real betrayal, and I mean, I really just stopped breaking down about that shit like yesterday, literally, because I felt like we had a breakthrough, we had an understanding, we had a common ground, but I feel like she used her resources for her own benefit because she could stay at my mother's house or fall back there. She's not really going to be like, fuck my mother. But yet she got the same problems that she had, but she don't realize it's a pattern. It's a pattern. So she not going to get out of it because it's her safety net. But really, she in the same boat. So it's like she don't want to man up and do that shit. So she rather fall back and like, yeah, talk shit about me with my mother and all that, with my sister. Like, how do they not like me? I just don't. That is just. You would think I did some poisonous shit like stole money, fuck somebody, man. I don't even know. Like, the shit is just deep. It's blood deep and it's spiritual. That's why I was like, it's spiritual. You know, things happen, but if I was able to forgive my sister for her baby father biting me because I left his kid and my daughter in a car while I ran into the store and a white lady called the police on me. And my daughter was 7 at the time, old enough to be in a car by herself in the state of Maryland. Then they should be able to forgive me being mad at them because my sister also went behind my back and pressed charges on me in her baby father's name in retaliation to me pressing charges on him for biting me. She made it seem like I attacked him. So that's why I cut them off because I'm like, if she would do that to me over him, which, you know, I don't want to put that business out there, but it's like, come the fuck on, yo. Like, you can get a baby father any other time, but a sister that'll really have your back. And I be the loyal, like, I'm so loyal. Like, I'm so, yo, that's why I just don't understand. That's why I realized that fakeness gels, and when it's not even about fakeness, it's the same energy, it's the same demons. That shit gel and stick together. Okay, so all right, bam, we get into this new house. I'm getting settled. My daughter in a good school. You know, my mother like, you need to come get your son every day because I'm thinking, all right, now I can work and do this while she's in school. How the fuck I'm gonna come get my big 16-year-old son, 15-year-old son every day, and work with him and I do Lyft? How? So I asked the guy if my son could come and stay until I can get him in Job Corps because that's what I feel like is the best right now for our situation. Like, we just going from house to house, so especially me. So the guy said yes, he can. Now, what I noticed about this guy was that he was a little interested into my 8-year-old daughter. He was an older man, like in the 60s or something. But you gonna take London to London? You gonna tell my daughter that? My daughter's name is London, and she comes back like, "Ma, he said he was gonna take me to London." Well, and then I said, "You wanna take my mom too?" So he said, "Yeah, you and your mom." Then like he would wait until I go in the shop, like in the bath, to try to come out the room to talk to her, and he would act like he wasn't in the room previous to that. Um, just little shit that I picked up on, and I said something to him about it in a respectable way because I was staying in his house, and by me like going through all this transition, I didn't give him his money yet. We agreed that I pay him in the middle of the month because school just started. I had to do school clothes. I had to pay my car note. Still got to get insurance. It's just so much because I feel like, well, Root didn't cover me because I did too much driving. So Root said they would cover me to the end of September, and somehow the policy got canceled. So I feel like my sister really was like, well, fuck her. Like, this is how much people, this is how you know people real feelings and intentions. Like, she really canceled the policy on me. So, and it wasn't detrimental to her or nothing. It wasn't hurting her. It was actually helping her every time I paid that policy. So now I gotta find a new policy that'll cover my ass, and that shit is gonna be like super expensive. So, bam. Once I said something to this guy, it was like he started having problems with my son being there, and my son wasn't even there a good 3 days. Now, mind you, he said he could come there. He didn't say anything specific as to don't move this, don't touch this. And when I asked him, could he stay in the basement? So my son was in the basement. I get up to go to work. My son in the basement or whatever till we get a little game plan going. And next thing I know, my son calling me like around 2 something. I had to stop work, go see what's going on. He like, come get me. I get there. This man has a young girlfriend like my age, and she had some other girl and some other boy man with them, and she like, I think we need to talk. So we go in the house, and him and my son get into it. Now I said both of them handled it wrong because he was addressing my kids, and their mom is here. You didn't even say shit to us. You could have told us plenty of times about my son moving this mattress that you had a problem with. You wait till he in the house by himself to address him, and they got into it. Now they didn't, nothing was physical, but for him to call people over for a 15-year-old and them to come. So we spoke about this, and then he told me my son had to leave in a week. And then that's when I addressed, everything that I had an issue with as well. Like him addressing my kids, telling my daughter he was going to take her to London, all that. And I was like, if my son got to go, I guess we all got to go. So he was like, okay. All right. And they, the girl was like, she feels some type of way. Is my son disrespectful? I'm just like, come on, Sean, let's go. We left out. So, mind you, this happened Wednesday. Today is Saturday. So we make it through the week or whatever. And, Saturday happens. So I even had company last night and shit. I'm thinking we had till Wednesday to leave this man's house. My company left early in the morning. I get up. I'm like sitting on the bed. I'm about to roll up, to be honest, and smoke before I get out to work. And this motherfucking man knocks on my door, on the bedroom door. I open it. And he's like, can I talk to you for a minute? And then I'm like, yeah. So I open the door, sit back down. Then I hear walkie-talkie and keys. It's the motherfucking he didn't call the police. He did two extreme things for reasons beyond fucking me, because nobody physically did anything or made him feel like if he asked us to leave we wouldn't or nothing. Like he physically got this police officer to ask me he like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, I'm clueless. And he talking about, well, he said you moved somebody in here and he didn't give you permission to, which was that was like a bold-faced lie. Like, this man deserves every bit of karma and every, like, that he will have coming to him. Like, the way he handled it was so cowardice. I cannot even fathom. Like, I was so upset and angry, and I was so glad my daughter wasn't there to experience this. This police officer, when I came out in the hallway to bring my bags, he had his hand on his gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, on top of all this shit that I'm going through, if I don't even know what would have made that shit pop off to where one of us would have got shot, but he had his hands on his gun, and this guy is like sitting up there whispering shit like a little bitch and shit in his ear and all of that. And then he like, well, how long does it take you to get clothes? I mean, I got settled in this place. It took over a couple days. So for me to get all my clothes, it's going to take, I'm getting clothes for 2 people. He like, well, you got 5 minutes or you're going to have to make arrangements to come back and get your stuff. Like, why would I make arrangements when I'm trying to leave now? Then he told me, I don't have an hour. But you surely sat on the outside of the house and waited for me to pull off, didn't you? You had time. You just was trying to provoke a situation with force. That's what it was. So, I'm glad it didn't get to that part. But what's funny, I was listening to that reverend that was talking about dreams and soul ties and, people putting spells and curses and all of that stuff on you because this shit is real. I mean, I feel like somebody put something on me, which he showed me how to pray in Jesus' name to get that shit away. Ain't no spell or no witch or no warlock or whatever is going to come higher than the name of Jesus' name. And that he shows you how to use the scriptures and how to pray to break those types of things and to send them back to where they came from. Okay? And once you fill yourself up with those scriptures and that faith, nothing else can come inside of your body. You just move forward and you watch everything around you crumble that used to be in your way. That is my message. Because after this man put us out, mind you, my son's birthday tomorrow, I was not prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? And every little bit of money I have, I keep having to spend on shit like this. This is why I can't even resave. But Now we staying in a hotel. You know, I talked to the guy in the hotel and I told him a little short, you know, like, I'm trying to get back on my feet. How much is it going to cost to stay in here? You know, if we can work out something. He talked about $65 a day. That's a little bit less than $2,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to keep transferring my daughter. I damn sure don't want to go back into a shelter. I don't want to subject my kids to any more bullshit that outsiders have to give when they feel like they have the upper hand when you need their help. Because I realize this is how people are. Like, no one is really that genuine out here to be like, oh, yeah. And if it is, it's very, very rare. So never take advantage of those people. And that's what happens. Like, people that are good, they get taken advantage of. And look at me. All the people I've helped along the way, I have absolutely no one. You know, yesterday on the 6th, I blocked all my family, everybody out. From my social media, everything. Block, block, block. From my kids' social media, block, block. Like, they don't care. They don't deserve to know what's going on in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So the new people that we meet, I pray that they are my best buds, that they are my soul tribe, that they will have my best intentions. You know what I'm saying? And for, not only for me, but for my kids. So this is a continuous journey, best buds. I mean, I hope that I was able to help you guys out. And Spiritual Soul, shout out the Spiritual Soul. Nature Soul, shout out. And shout out to Daylight. Big shout outs like to both of these guys, because listening to them every day has definitely been giving me that vitamin that I need, that spiritual vitamin. And like I said, that Reverend, I don't know his name, but one thing I wanted to mention to you is, it's crazy, when I was listening to the manifestation videos, a lot of their techniques teach you to manifest in the spiritual first so that it will happen on the physical, right? So what he was saying is, these people that have bad intentions, like witches and all these people, family members that want to do something to you on the physical, it shows up in the dream, in the spiritual first, in the dream, in the energetic field first, and then it manifests. So a lot of these things are premonitions. So I don't know, like I piece a lot of things together by movies, things that I hear, now God scriptures, and now that it's like I've been kind of enlightened on both sides of the table, I can piece together and know that this shit is true. Like the word of God is really true when it all boils down, because it's like the negative end of the battery and the positive end. In order, every reaction has it, or every action has a way to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Every action, there's a way to stop every action. And so that's good or bad. And yeah, Jesus is the way to stop all that evil, negative bullshit that people put on you. That's what I've learned throughout this journey. So, best buds, puff puff pass. I was able to enjoy myself a little bit. I share a little bit of that on this video, but I hope you really, really got something out of this video. I have a lot of different things coming up, so I'll make another video about that. So until next time, much love, much happiness. Make sure y'all give me that information. Leave the shout outs to my son in the comments. I asked them one of those questions back then. Rewind that shit. Leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you next video, and I'll make a more shout out to Daryl too. My boy, I seen him at the gas station. He is like one of the reasons why I made this video as well. So hopefully you watch to the end, Daryl, so you can get your shout outs, because you definitely was like, I ain't see you make a video in a minute. So thanks for checking for me, boo. Alright, until next time, best buds. Peace. It's your girl. Leg fell asleep.